Did y'all hear about this shit? First of all, Angela Yee broke her silence or whatever. She made this tweet talk about the Breakfast Club as we know it is officially over. To which, what's the name? DJ Envy was talking about some. He said this. She said this shit still work. I'm like, what you talking about? Honey, what you talking? No, you leaving. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You say I'm not wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Meg is just saying that she need to do something. But no, heck, the Breakfast Club, child. So it appears that Angela Yee will be leaving. And people speculate that it has to do with her not being compensated enough or what she should be getting paid of. And I'm pretty sure DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God is making more money. Unfortunately, and I think that has to do with a lot of things. But I think Angela Yee, she definitely pulls her weight. And I think that what I liked about her, the only aspect of the show that I really liked was that Angela Yee kind of checked them. Definitely when they were going into territories that would get their asses canceled, and she'll be like, no, this is so-and-so and so-and-so, and she'll be like, and she'll get them together. I don't know what's going to happen now because there's not going to be a person that's going to check them unless they get somebody that's going to check them. You get what I'm saying? So, and also when it comes to shows and stuff like that, when you like change a co-host or the person or one person of the show decides to leave, it's going to change the dynamic of the show. Even if you think that Angela Yee is not like a prominent person, like she's replaceable or whatever, which I can understand how some people can feel like that, but I think that we won't know what is going to happen until she is gone. I mean, we've seen this with I was a real big fan. I used to watch Joe Budden podcast all the time. And this stuff is still doing good. I'm not trying to shit on him or anything like that. Shout out to them. Shout out to Joe Budden. But after like his original co-host left, like I'm not feeling these new dudes. Yeah, they needed her. They literally, I think that, like I said, she was like, I'm not gonna say she was the glue, because like there was some shit that she could have definitely stepped up on a lot of topics, but I also feel like, you know, they used to talk over her and she really, you know, I'm not trying to say she ain't had no voice, but I'm just like, you know, it'd be a whole bunch of dudes in there over talking her, but she be saying her piece. She be saying her piece. And I think that Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, when they get into their little conversations and they think pieces and stuff like that, and I don't know what's going to happen when Angela Yee not going to be there. They said they was going to recast her, because I seen like a video of, I think it was TMZ or whatever, saying that, oh yeah, well, they said they was going to find somebody else or whatever, and the person was like, one person was like, Remy Ma should come on there. I'm like, look, let me tell you something. That's what I don't want, and there's nothing against Remy Ma, but I don't want no celebrities on. I don't want no rappers on the Breakfast Club. Okay, if they're going to continue this show, it should be a radio host or somebody that's like a curator when it comes to music and stuff like that, like a Charlamagne or a DJ Envy or Angela Yee or another Angela Yee, whoever that could be. But it should not be an artist, because I feel like artists, they're gonna play it safe. They're not gonna come for their friends, okay? Because these are the people that they're gonna be talking about. They're gonna be their colleagues. They're gonna be people that know of them and stuff like that. They're not gonna really bring it. Not saying that Remy don't got no voice. I mean, Remy, it would be interesting. I'm not gonna hold you, and she would definitely check the fuck out of Charlamagne. But I don't know. I think certain topics, it just might be. It might not. It might. Maybe like, well, I don't know if I could go in and because we've seen this with when she was the co-host of the Whitney Williams show, and that was a freaking flop. Like when I tell you, I was despised at the people that they had on the show. Like, they could have had people that do hot topics. Okay, I don't care that Fat Joe and Remy, shout out to them or whatever, but like, they're not gonna really give it. They're not gonna give it up like Wendy does or somebody that's similar to her. Like, I think people that are radio hosts and that's just, I don't know, I just feel like the natural personality, like radio personality or television personality, is dead now, because celebrities are essentially being like, well, rap ain't working or acting ain't working, so let me get into the media industry, which is fucking us up, because damn, we done went to school for this shit, and now we competing against people that got more followers, and the radio stations only care about numbers and this, that, and the third. we're not gonna get Real Radio. Now, a lot of people were happy about this because originally it was the narrative was the Breakfast Club was ending as a whole. First time seeing and hearing you. Hello, hey, how you doing? Make sure you subscribe. Hey, subscribe. People were under the false pretense that that the show was gonna end and everybody was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, like I was definitely keying on a lot of them tweets. Twitter, like I said this many times, Twitter should not be free. And some people were saying stuff like, "Oh my goodness, like why y'all coming for our black business?" And you know, black people, black radio is important. Somebody said black radio matter. Here's the thing, like, I always ride the fence on these topics because I feel like I am a content creator that talks about celebrity culture and music and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes I have takes that people don't agree with, or people think that I'm toxic or whatever the case is because I'm talking about other people's lives or whatever. However, I think, and y'all can check me if y'all want, but I think that I have a line that I don't cross. I feel like the Breakfast Club crossed a lot of lines throughout the years. But I also feel two things could be true at the same time. The Breakfast Club had a lot of iconic moments that will live on the internet. When it comes to these interviews, I'm thinking of the interview that they had with back with Ray J, when Ray J was cursing out Fabulous and he was saying all the stuff that I cannot repeat, child. Like they had some moments. They like that was one of my first like radio stations shows that I used to like listen to heavily, like religiously. Okay, like that's what I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen now. I said the same thing when it came to us finding out that Wendy Williams show ain't gonna be around no more. Like all I got, because I watch daytime television, I watch The View and stuff like that. I'm like, all I got is The View. After The View, I ain't watching shit else. Like, where are we gonna go to for media at this point? So I don't know. I mean, whoever they recast, they're probably gonna get somebody famous. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm just saying it's not a good idea. They're gonna get somebody famous and it's not gonna bring the ratings because we know that. Oh, thanks. Oh, I just seen the subscribe to. Hey, okay, thank you so much. We know that when it comes to shows, it's just like the whole dynamic, and me having a podcast and having people on the show and having like regulars and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I see. When people change, like, I don't know if y'all knew about like my podcast. I had Derek Dahl in here, and I believe he's not on here no more, child. I don't know. I haven't got any calls or I don't know what's going on with that. But eventually I will be getting more and different co-hosts too, and it's going to change the dynamic of the show. And we want to hope for the better, but you know, sometimes people don't really click to a new person. They like what they like. That's one thing I read about when it came to podcasting and radio and stuff like that. Like the listeners, they want what they want. You change like something very small about the show and you can lose followers. Like it just is what it is. So we'll see what happens with the Breakfast Club. I really hope they live long and prosper, I guess, but I don't see him living that much long because Charlamagne, he doing his own thing. He on television, you know. DJ Envy got another podcast. Darren, what about the Sherri Shepherd show? That shit ain't gonna last. And you're hearing it from me. Now that, let me turn this thing off. Hold on. Since I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think that's gonna last, and I'm not trying to be mean because I love Sherri Shepherd. Like, she's very entertaining. I loved her on The View. I don't see it for her. She's not the type to have her own. Let me not say that. Because I feel like she could have her own show. You get what I'm saying? But like, what people want, like, and I'm saying if there's any Wendy fans that are optimistic about this new show that's gonna take Wendy's slot, you're not gonna get what you got from Wendy. You're not going to get it. You know, you are going to get political tease, you know, definitely some politics in there. You're going to get a little bit of hot topics. She's going to, you know, be like, yeah, well, you know, I just feel like this. And, you know, she's not going to really she's not going to really get any celebrities' ass. Like, it's not going to be what you expect. And not what you got from Wendy. And I don't know how that's going to go with this new with this new slot. Like, I don't know how the fans are gonna. It's not gonna be the fans from Wendy. It's going to be her fans. But do she have enough fans to maintain a show? That's the question. And my guess is I give it 1 season. I give it 1 season, and you're hearing it from me. And that's what I got to say about Sherri Shepherd. I gave it 1 season.